this doesn't diminish the actual effective diameter of the lens at all. Okay, so again, this technique was actually done on the nose side as well, because the nose guard was interfering with the placement of the lens. Alright, tons and tons of pictures. Alright, so you got the idea. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so after polishing, this is kind of what it looked like. This is, I'm told this is a lot of work. Maybe like 45 minutes usually, about. Okay. So for both right and left, you're looking about an hour and a half, roughly. Okay, but then you get to sell this pair of glasses to them. And then they can tell their friends, okay, check this out. And then you get referrals and that kind of thing. Okay, so that's the best cross-sectional view. The lens edge is like this, and it fits right by that big screw barrel. Okay. Many images. Alright, let's see forward. Alright, and that's just the lens temples closing. Okay. This supplementary edging isn't only for metal frames, it's almost as commonly required for plastic frames, because a lot of plastic frames, you notice that this is the back of the eye wire. Sometimes there's just a projection right there, that sticks into the direction of the lens I'm talking about. You pop the lens in, and then what happens is the temples splay out, right? And this is common, right? So again, if you have a minus lens, now one of two things will happen. Like either the temples splay out, and you go, okay, well, it's the quick fix is you just adjust the temples, right? You just bend them back in and send them on their way. They'll be back in 2 or 3 days. We'll go back out again, right? Because you've got the lens pressing the temples out. That's not easily resolved with just a quick adjustment. If your frame is really made of a really firm plastic material, in some cases it'll just work the lens. Right? So here's an example. Probably not of the same thing, but something was wrong here, obviously. I just saw this and I took a picture of it. I thought it was cool. This patient, this patient was in a vision screening I was doing in Taiwan, and this patient just came up and I was looking at her, I was talking with her, I was doing the counseling at the end, and I was like, hey, look at your glasses, and I'm looking at them, and she was just wearing these day to day. It wasn't she didn't go in and complain, oh, I have to get new glasses. It was like this, both of them. Right? Anyways. Just not very sensitive to astigmatism, I guess, right? Okay, so back to here. Okay, so back to this frame. I just want to talk to this frame again. This lens had that supplementary edging done, okay, because this little thing here got in the way. Okay, and this actually combined techniques. Okay, so the supplementary edging, which is to fit it into the lens of the frame, and then the minus lens edge fastenings to reduce lens edge thickness. They were both done. All right, so this is the frame I referred to earlier as having a lot of technique done to it, a lot of edging done to it. All right, so there you can see the supplementary edge fastenings. You can see the 3 facets, 1, 2, and 3. And that's where you kind of see where the work was done. I'll go a bit closer. That guy. It's a bit hard to see, but the barrel is right down there, and then this here's the facet. Right there, that's the supplementary edging. So kind of there's a curve here, and then it jets out in this direction of that. All right, so you did a bit of edge, supplementary edging here to get that past the barrel, and then the rest of it was to thin out the edge thickness. All right, so there you see the barrel housing of the eye. Okay, so some of these images I'll just mention. They're in color and brighter, so those are the ones that I actually went to print. All right, so this is the one I had published in the article. Now it's funny because I had all these pictures to choose from, and this was the best picture. Because it showed, I could draw an arrow to show all three things, areas of interest. And it's funny, the things that you don't really notice, because they're not in your focus. And I almost didn't want, I had so many reasons not to choose this. And can anyone see the reason why I almost didn't want to choose this photo? Yeah, there's like Chinese fried rice behind it. So I was like, just, shaking my head and going, oh, jeez. Alright, so in Chinese it's top fun, so there's top fun in the picture, right? Chinese fried rice. Okay. But ultimately, it was the right image, so I ended up using it. So that bowl of rice got into Optician magazine. Okay, so there's the, again, there's a different contrast. So again, that's the edge facet, supplementary edging, and that's the edge facet here. Okay, and again, you can close the temples. Okay. Alright, so that's supplementary edging. Alright, so it's 4:43, we'll go a little longer. This is till 5:15, right? 5? Alright, well, we'll do this one last topic and then let you guys go. Okay. Adding rhinestones, this shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody, or you, I don't think. Alright, so we saw an image of that already earlier. Right there. Crystals comes in all sorts of sizes, different colors. They can be very small. So these are the Swarovski crystals. They're about 1.5 millimeters in diameter. I don't know how much they cost here. I think a package of a lot of crystals, I don't know how many, a lot. It was much cheaper than I expected it to be. They come out to only like really cheap each lens, each crystal. Maybe not even $1 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're really inexpensive. They might be 50 cents each by the package. Okay, so adding rhinestones. This is just sometimes a nice little final cosmetic touch. So you mark on the lens where you want the rhinestones placed. Just a simple matter of drilling. I've got these drilling photos. So initially they'll do a small drill in the correct areas, just to, in the areas to mark to make sure they got the area correct, and then they'll go back a second time, and then make it the right size the second time. Okay, so if you drill them into the edge like that, okay, so you got a hole, you're going to want to actually it'll be like this, right? So you want to actually make it more of a V, so that when you put the lens in, which is usually a V on the back, it'll sit better, not fall out. I'll mention that there are drill bits that I think it's called the double cone miller, that is intended specifically to allow you to place crystals into lenses. It's double cone miller. But I've seen them for sale. They're typically only like 1 or 2 sizes. These people don't use them. They just, because again, the crystals comes in all sorts of sizes. So if you just use a regular spiral drill, and then after that you take a blunt drill piece like that, and you just drill it in and widen it. That'll work as well. You don't have to widen it too much, just a little bit.